Namaskaram to one and all. I'm Aditya Rajgopalan from Mumbai. I'm glad to be invited to be part of the concert series held by Pramayas Musically Yours. I'll be performing live this Saturday, 13th of June at 7:30 p.m. on the Pramayas Musically Yours Facebook page. Yes, that's right. Facebook Live at 7:30 p.m. on this Saturday, 13th of June. Do join in. It'll be an interactive session with Carnatic whistling and a lot of questions which we'll be answering through this session as well. Thank you so much.
A happy good evening to you all. This is Amritavagini Yagniraman, General Secretary Pramayas, a philanthropic organization to promote art and music amongst you and society. Welcoming you all to be witnessing this live concert on Facebook organized by Pramayas, Digitally Yours, featuring Shwasa Dhwani, a wonderful concept concert by this versatile and young artist Vidwan Shri Aditya Rajagopalan from Amchi, Mumbai. We welcome you, dear sir. Aditya Rajagopalan, formerly known as Adi, Adu and Lights, hails from a family of traditional musicians, representing the fifth generation of performing artists. Wow, impressive. He is a classical vocalist, mridangam player and teacher, as well as a professional classical music whistler. Based on vocal traditions, he rightly and proudly calls his genre of music as Shwasa Dhwani, which we will all be getting to witness in a short while from now. Aditya has undergone training in Mridangam under the able tutelage of Guru Shri T.S. Nandakumar, beginning his artistic journey in the year 1996 at the Shanmukhananda Music School, Mumbai. He has been accompanying artists for over 2 decades and has had the good fortune to perform at many a prestigious platform such as the All India Radio and Doordarshan in Mumbai. Aditya has also been undergoing training in Carnatic vocal under Guru Srimati Vijaya Lakshmi Nathan, popularly known in Mumbai as Pallavi Vijaya, since the year 1994 and has been exercising his vocal cords at both classical and non-classical platforms. Aditya has developed the tricky and difficult art of classical whistling from an early age, where he would effortlessly whistle tunes of songs with a perfect blend of Shruti and Layam, the two foremost unquestionable traits of Indian classical music. With little visibility to whistle as an art form in today's music world, Aditya has carved a niche in the Carnatic style whistling space. In the year 2017, he was part of a memorable feat wherein 150 whistlers of the Indian Whistlers Association whistled for the Limca Book, Asia Book and India Book of Records. On this, a round of applause please, ladies and gentlemen. Very recently, during the month of January this year, Aditya was fortunate to be part of a mega-scale Republic Day video, wherein 50 whistlers from across the globe whistled the evergreen Mile Sur Mera Tumhara. Presently, Aditya is on an entrepreneurial journey with his startup Surround, which is a virtual platform for performing artists and professionals from the sound and music industry. In today's live concert, as a norm, time permitting, Aditya is kind enough to take on questions, if any, from you all too. Pramayas is happily welcoming Vidwan Shri Aditya Rajagopalan and wishing him all the very best today and for all his future endeavors. Welcome dear Shri Aditya Rajagopalan. Welcome you all and thank you once again for being online with us. Let me also request you, once this intro video gets over, you may exit and click the live streaming link of the day again to enjoy the concert uninterrupted. In a day or two, Pramayas will endeavor to post the mixed version of this complete video on our YouTube channel by the same name. May you please choose to visit, view, like, subscribe and share the video with your near and dear ones. Not to forget to click yes, the bell icon. Thank you. Over to the artist of the evening, Shri Gurubhyo Namaha.
So, Namaskaram. My name is Aditya Rajagopalan. I'm from Mumbai. I'm really honored with this opportunity to perform for Pramayas. A personal thank you to Yagnaraman sir for this opportunity. And today, what I'll be presenting is a concept called Shwasa Dhwani. I'll be talking about it through this performance, but I think the word itself tells you a little bit about what's on the offering here through this performance. And yes, this is predominantly a Carnatic whistle concert. I'm trying to introduce the art of whistling, which can be musically rendered. I hope you enjoy this. I'll begin my performance. I'll just try plugging in my earphones if that's a better option. I think the audio is low. I'm getting multiple feedback on the audio. Is this slightly better now? Sounding better? Okay, thank you. I'll start off. Thanks for the quick sound check from everyone, and I'll leave the description to after the song. We'll be also taking a lot of questions that have already reached me. If there's anything else also that I could address through this rendition, I would be glad to take that on. Thank you. That was, yes, that was right. That was the Mohanam Varnam. Thank you so much for the comments. And it's nice to continuously see the comments because it tells you it's like a conversation here on a live video, especially. Thank you so much, everyone. And this was a composition of Ramnath Srinivas Iyengar, the Mohanam Ninnu Varnam. I have a lot of questions that have been sent across, and I would like to. Um, I think it's been a lot of pain taken by a lot of people across who've sent across these audios, recorded their questions and sent across. I'll take the first question and I'll try to see how best I can answer them. Thank you so much. Thanks. Please let me know if this audio is going to be clear.
Good evening, sir. I am Ramya, disciple of Yagnaraman sir from Chennai. I am doing my PhD and also teach the beginner student of Pramayas. I too am a big fan of whistling and am appreciatively wondering at your choice of calling it Shwasa Dhwani. We don't think there could be any better title for this genre. My question is, like we have different range of shrutis for classical vocal singing by men and women, do we have such thing for whistling also? To say, do women artists in general have a particular range of shruti for whistling too? And how do you select the Adhara Shadjam for your whistling? Though whistling sounds very sweet, it looks a difficult one even to learn. Mastering it seems Herculean. What is your take on this, sir?
Thanks a lot, Ramya. I think it's a very important question about selecting the Shruti. But yes, thank you. You touched upon the name Shwasa Dhwani. I think this was just a little quick background about the name. In fact, this was the first performance that I got a chance to perform at the Satya Sai Mandir in Mumbai. And it was then when this name was coined. Um, Shwasa Dhwani, which literally means the sound of the breath. And I just thought, that wouldn't be a more apt name than that. This was given by one of the Sai Samiti members who gave me this opportunity to perform. And I'm very thankful to Srimati Gauri Rao Mehta for this opportunity that she gave me at that time, and also the name Shwasa Dhwani, which I've been carrying along after that. Anyway, so coming to the question on selecting Shrutis, is it different for males and females? Uh, Yes, whistling itself is a science in itself. There is an association called the Indian Whistlers Association, in fact, and it's very well spearheaded by a close friend, Rigveda Deshpande, and he holds a lot of sessions on this aspect, especially of how each body, based on um, even the weight of the individual, matters for the Shruti selection, which is there. But the principles of Shruti selection is just like vocal. You basically just check your range that you're able to go, from, I mean, at least the lower panchamam to the higher panchamam, at least has a good range to cover. And just with whistling, you need to just ensure one little additional aspect is that it's not piercing to the ear. So you need to probably scale a little down so that it's a little more comfortable for the listener. So yes, that's how I think the Adhara Shadjam is also determined. And for this performance, I have taken a scale which is right now in G, which is 5 in the Carnatic Shruti. Um, the reason being, yes, this was comfortable for me to fit all the songs, and through this performance, I also plan to sing a few songs. I was just trying to see if I can get a common Shruti which fits my vocal Shruti as well as the whistling Shruti. So that's a little bit about this. I'll move to my next piece. The next piece actually needs no introduction. It's a composition of Saint Tyagaraja, and it's one of the foremost pieces, or the foremost piece of Saint Tyagaraja. I hope you enjoy it. That was Tulasi Dalamulache in Raga Maya Malava Gaula, Tyagaraja composition. I had two questions here which I was going to play. I'll quickly just go through them so that we can get on with the other items.
Dear Sir, I'm Devika M. Nair from Udhampur near Jammu. We're all watching you and it is going great. I have been practicing both Bharatnatyam and Carnatic vocal and have taken part in a few events too. We wish to know, how did you adopt to being a mainstream artist of classical whistling? And how easy was it for you to learn this art, and what's your story of choosing this art form? Namaskaram, sir.
Okay. I hope that question was audible. I'm not really sure whether the session is reaching everyone, so I'm just hoping that it's. Was the question audible? If somebody could respond. Okay, great. Uh, so thank you, Devika. That was a very good question. In fact, I think I'll just take another question which was on similar lines. I'll probably address both of them together. Sorry to everyone for the technical glitch. It's suddenly pouring in Mumbai and my internet crashed. So I'm on my hotspot right now. Mumbai rains are a little unpredictable. So here goes. This is another question that's there. Thanks, Devika. I'll just address your question. That was a very nice question, and I will address it. Just take me another.
Hello, sir. I am Pashupati Rangan from Gurgaon near Delhi.
Hello, sir.
I am a music and Nama Sankirtanam lover. Our daughter Gayatri is a music and dance student. Does whistling always follow the basic principles of music? If yes, then why is still not mainstream and not very many takers to perform this art? Thanks.
Thank you so much. I think both these questions more or less are around the mainstream of whistling. And I mean, whistling being in mainstream, and how I chose to take this up as an art. Uh, Honestly speaking, whistling isn't mainstream yet. Uh, you know, as we're trying to push it through, through various avenues, and it is an art that probably I didn't realize for very long also that I was doing. As you know, whistling is just a household kind of a thing that's there, and that's how the society has always kept it. And I, being a Carnatic vocalist, used to just whistle at home, and I never realized that I actually imbibed this talent. Actually, my father is a very good whistler, and that's the source of my whistling. um, so this is where I get my whistling skills from. So I'm trying to make it mainstream, and I'm hoping that this will become mainstream very soon through sessions like these. So I hope everyone on this session can help promote the art of whistling. I'll move to my next piece. This is in Ragam Arabi, set to Adi Talam. Another piece which is taken, which I've taken pieces which are more common and which can be easily recognized by all. Being a whistler, I wanted to take pieces which are easily relatable. So here goes. Mm. I'll also be singing a little bit in this piece. I hope you enjoy this. సమయానికి తగు మాటలాడేనే, సమయానికి తగు మాటలాడేనే, సమయానికి తగు మాటలాడేనే, సమయానికి తగు మాటలాడేనే, సమయానికి తగు మాటలాడేనే. దేవకీ వసుదేవులనే కించినడు, సమయానికి తగు మాటలాడేనే. రంగేశుడు సద్గంగా జనకుడు, సంగీత సాంప్రదాయకుడు, సమయానికి తగు మాటలాడేనే. గోపీజన మనోరథము సంకలేగని, కేలియు చేసేవాడు, సమయానికి తగు మాటలాడేనే. వనిగల సదా శోకజేయుచును మ్రోకజేసే, పరమాత్ముడదియుగాక యశోద తనయుడంచు ముదంబునను మొత్తు బెట్ట నవ్వు చూడు, హరి సమయానికి తగు మాటలాడేనే. పరమ భక్త వత్సలుడు సుగుణ పారావారుండ, జన్మ మనకుడి కలిబాతల దీర్చువాడనుచునే, హృదంబు జమున జూచు చూడగ, సమయానికి తగు మాటలాడేనే. హరే రామచంద్ర రఘుకులేశ మృదు సుభాష శేష శయన పరన, శ్రీసోదరాజ విరాజ దురకరాజ రాజనుత నిరామయ, పగణ సరసి బృహదలాక్షయనుచు వేడుకొన్న నన్నుత బ్రోవకను, సమయానికి తగు మాటలాడేనే. श्रीवेङ्कटेश सुप्रकाश सर्वोन्नत सज्जनमानस निकेतन कनकाम्बर धरल सन्मकुटकुण्डल विराजित हरे यनुचुने పొగడగాత్యాగరాజకేయుడు మానవేంద్రుడైన్ రామచంద్రుడు సమయానికి తగు మాటలాడేనే. Thank you. That was one of the Pancharatna Kritis, Sadhinchane, in the Ragam Arabi, one of the jewels of Saint Tyagaraja. Before I proceed, thank you so much, everyone. I'm just seeing the comments. I'm trying to close my eyes while seeing so that I don't look at the comments. But thank you so much. Wonderful comments written there. I think before I proceed, I would like to just mention a little bit about my gurus. I haven't really spoken about them so far. My Carnatic vocal journey started way back in the year 1994 under Srimati Vijayalakshmi Nathan of Mumbai. She's also fondly known as Pallavi Vijayalakshmi Nathan. Actually, my journey started much before that with my grandmother at home, and she was also a seasoned artist, Srimati Leela Gopalan. And of course, when I came under Vijayalakshmi Mami, I've been with her since. And of course, she was not someone who was looking forward to me getting into whistling. But this is something which I've been developing over the years. And I'm very thankful that, that training has really helped me to take this forward. My music field would be incomplete if I don't mention my Mridangam Guru. I'm more known in the music circuit as a Mridangist. And my Guru, Sri T.S. Nandakumar, I'm very grateful to, Nandakumar sir and Vijayalakshmi Mami for, getting me to a point where I can actually explore on my own. In fact, with sir also, I've been, with him for more than 2 decades. Joined him in 1996, and there's no looking back ever since then. So that's something which I really would like to mention here at this point. I'll move. I'll just. I think I need a little breather here, I would say, though the entire thing is breathing. But I'll take a couple of questions which have come, which are very similar in nature. I hope this is audible.
Good evening, sir. I'm KK Raghavan from Hyderabad, a student of Gurukulam. I'm learning both violin and vocal music too. Sir, how long do you practice every day? And what is your advice for music students on this aspect? Is there any special training you need to do for smooth whistling and other important aspects like breath control, alignment to Shruti, etc.? Thank you very much, sir.
I think some very sweetly asked questions here. KK Raghavan, thank you so much, Raghavan, for this wonderful question. Is there any special training and how do I practice? I guess there is a special training, but as I mentioned, I used to subconsciously whistle, so I never knew that I was actually whistling the whole day. The practice is for the others, I guess, at your house that they shouldn't stop you. So that's the primary practice that's there. I think other than that, the basic practice of music for everything remains the same. Whether you're a vocalist, whether you're an instrumentalist, or even whistling, your basic principles are the same. You just have to just be in touch with your art on a daily basis. So next question. Yeah, we've got this one here.
Good evening, sir. I am Aditi Vasudevan, training on violin and vocal from Sri DVK Vasudevan Garu, Gurukulam Foundation, Hyderabad. I have started performing in a little way too, and I would like to ask you what your advice is to upcoming youngsters who want to balance their time and pursue music along with their higher studies. Also, we see musicians experimenting as they take classical music to outside audience. In that context, what do you think is the non-negotiable aspect in terms of classical essence and style, and yet make it appealing to today's generation? Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Aditi. That was a very interesting question. In fact, yes, I think it talks about a lot of aspects, but one aspect which I would like to specifically talk about is this experimentation with music that keeps happening. And it's a good thing. I think there's a small little mindset shift for both the senior generation and the newer generation, which has to happen. Senior generation, which primarily has to accept that yes, there is good music apart from our style also, and there are other genres which are very good. The newer generation has to be more careful. They have to be ensuring that they don't break the boundaries. I mean, it's not nice, you probably don't want I mean, you don't want to be in the wrong books using the, I would say, don't go out of the boundaries, the basics of your music. This is something which I would like to quote my own experience when I started. When my Mridangam sir, used to also always tell me this, that stick to certain kacheri formats to start with, and then explore much later in life. And when I've started teaching a few students now, I understand that aspect where you have to get firm first in one style, and then you experiment wherever you won't fall too far off. You'll fall back on the same style. So it's very important to lay the foundation, and I think, yeah, we've evolved with great gurus, and that's where we need to stick to. Experimentation is always going to happen, and as things go further, I mean, today there's so much of overdose of every music form that people are experimenting. There is no other way. We have to call it whatever, fusion or whatever, but that's where we are going. But yeah, we need to stick to our boundaries again. I hope I answered that. This is my perspective again. I'm just taking the other question.
Hello, sir. A happy good evening. We are Pramaya students, Devomita and Devopriya Maiti from Delhi, learning both Carnatic and Hindustani music. Being from a Bengali background, initially we found it difficult to adapt to the style of Carnatic singing, especially with the gamakam and understanding of swarasthans. Leave alone the pronunciation part. We really had to work hard to understand to some extent all these aspects. You are well versed in all genres of music and form a family of legendary musicians. What is your advice to students like us who do not have a Carnatic musical family background? Thank you, dear sir.
Thank you, Debamita and Devapriya. This is a good question, but I would like to just tell you, I think music today, especially Indian music as such, there are more overseas I won't even say overseas people, I would say foreigners who are not Indians, who are exploring it much deeper, and they're doing fantastically well at it. I don't think there should be an issue within India. I mean, you might be a Bengali from Delhi, Carnatic music is just within the same territory. It doesn't matter at all. Uh, I think my suggestion, I mean, there are greater gurus there to tell you what's the best advice. I wouldn't advise, but it's my perspective is that you've got a guru, you stick to that style, and the guru will take care of all these aspects that you're looking at, how you're going to get it and all those things. Learning the gamakas are difficult or not? Well, because you've been told it's a South Indian art. If you just knew it was an Indian art, you wouldn't have really found it difficult. I think that's my perspective. I think it's just music at the end of the day. Yeah. There's one last question. I want to just move on to the next piece, but this is relevant to my next piece, and that's why I wanted to just take it here. Um, I'm just going to play it very quickly. I'm very happy that these questions have been recorded and come. It's very nice to hear from people. Let me just play this, please.
Hello, sir. Good evening. We are Joshita and Kiranella Morgan from Seattle, U.S., and we are online students of Pramayas. Our question is, what is a difficulty experienced by you while learning and performing whistling of light numbers and Carnatic classical numbers, please? Thanks for listening to us.
Okay, that's really well put. Joshita and Kiranya, thank you so much from Seattle. And I think we just spoke about overseas students, and here you have one. So here you have two, rather. So it's a nice, interesting question. It's about the versatility of a whistler to move from light to classical. I think if you're able to master the classical art, the light part becomes slightly easier. I think probably somebody gave it a reasonable name called light. But if we just see this, I'm going to take up a next piece, which I'm going to break the Carnatic format slightly here. I'm going to sing a bhajan in the Ragam Charukeshi, followed by a piece in Charukeshi. And this is just to show you the blend that's there in both art forms. It's not really difficult to take up light whistling. It's quite easy to adopt once you have a classical base. But yes, you need to ensure that the light vocal is not made classical. That's the only aspect that you need to be mindful of. And there are various tricks and techniques to ensure that. So this piece, this is a bhajan on Lord Sri Rama, and the Kirtanam that will follow. It's a famous Kirtanam in Mishra Chapel, and this is on Lord Padmanabha. Shri Ramachandra, Jaya Ramachandra, Raghuveer Ranadheer, Raghukula Rama. Shri Ramachandra, Jaya Ramachandra, Raghuveer Ranadheer, Raghukula Rama. Shri Ramachandra, Jaya Ramachandra, Dasharatha Nandana Dayabhirama, Dasharatha Nandana Dayabhirama, Danava Bhanjana Kodandarama, Danava Bhanjana Kodandarama, Kalyana Rama, Kamaniya Rama, Kalyana Rama, Kamaniya Rama, Raghuveer Ranadheer, Raghukula Rama, Raghuveer Ranadheer, Raghukula Rama. Shri Ramachandra, Jaya Ramachandra. Thank you. This was Kripaya Palaya. I think most of you recognized it. Yes, I started from the Anupallavi and just blended it with the bhajan preceding it. Just a little experimentation. I think this is probably, some things which I see as the way forward for a little Carnatic music blending with today's audiences as well. Thank you so much for the wonderful comments. Yes, and I forgot to mention, of course, this is a wonderful composition by Swati Thirunal, one of the greatest compositions that was made in Charukeshi. We've got one question here, and I'll just play that quickly.
Hello, sir. Namaste. It is great talking to you. We are Sindhu Madhav and Anamitra Madhav from Coimbatore and students of Pramayas. We are two and hence have two questions. Firstly, how do you see your Carnatic vocal bass and Mridangam attribute to your doing so well in whistling as well? To continue with, how did your entrepreneurial journey start? How has being a musician helped you in this? Thank you, sir.
Okay, I think that was a little different question starting here. Sindhu and Anamitra, thank you so much. I think, yes, you're two and you did pose two questions, I think very well blended. Definitely, I did speak about how, my Carnatic vocal has helped me. Mridangam, yes, definitely. I mean, it just gives you a little more confidence about the whole Tala cycle that's there. You really know what you're presenting in terms of the rhythm and how important it is to hold a rhythm is there. So I think that's there. I'll try to give a little experiment in the next piece. I do have my Mridangam right next to me here, so I'll just try to play a little part as part of a Taniyavartanam for my next piece. I don't know how the audio will pick up. We can just see. It will be a very short piece. I think my entrepreneurial journey, I think I didn't mention about that. I'm currently the founder of an organization called Surround, which is basically the company is Sound Ecosystem Technologies. Our platform is called Surround, and it is in the sound and music space. We are a friend of mine. I'm not sure whether he's on the live session right now. Shankar, who's a friend of mine, is my partner in this, and we've started off with a group of individuals. What we're trying to create here is a virtual network which will connect the entire sound and music industry professionally. And this is going to, the endeavor here is to, create something which people haven't really seen. People haven't really experienced as a professional website for them, as a professional portal or a network, virtual network, where, a musician or a sound professional today really does not get that kind of a treatment as a corporate professional sometimes. I mean, that's a little negative side of looking at it, but I think there's a little harsh reality there as well. But when we look at it, we are more the entertainers. We are doing this, we're doing Facebook sessions, we're doing a lot of things. I mean, this is what our role is, but we also are professionals, and there needs to be a professional side where we can connect with our own community. And my entrepreneurial journey just started with this thought. After I moved out of my corporate job, I decided to take this up, and I decided, yes, I think if I need to do something, I need to have a blend with music and something to do with the industry. So that's a little bit. We'll talk a little more about Surround as we proceed further. I'm moving to my next piece. I think just keeping time in mind, I'm just going to keep it to the song basically. This is a song which is very close to me. I would want to talk a little bit about this, and this is taught to me by my sister Vaishnavi. I think Vaishnavi Anand. She's on the live chat. She's there on the live video, and there's a little story to this. And this was taught to me just before my niece was born, who is named after the first line of this song. This is in the Ragam Lalita. I'll be singing a little bit of a Virittam before this and starting off with the song on whistle. Mm. Mm. This is a composition of Muthuswami Dikshitar. सरसि जनयने सरोज हस्ते धवलतरां शुख गंधमाल्य शोभे भगवती हरि वल्लभे मनोज्ञे त्रिभुवन भूतिकरी प्रसीदमव्यम् हिरण्मयी लक्ष्मी. Shruti going up in the weather conditions. Thank you so much. That was just a little experimentation. I hope it was fine and not too loud suddenly after the whistle. I'm just going to, I think we're a little over time. Thank you so much for all the comments. I do have a lot of questions which have come, wonderful questions which have come. I don't know how much I'll be able to take on now, with considering the time. Just taking a quick water break. Right. I think my next piece will be something which everyone has heard, especially in instrumental concerts. Let's see if we can just go with the guess as the song goes on. Thank you so much. Yes, that was Raghuvamsha Sudha. I think everyone does know about. Everyone, I think, knows this song. It's quite a known song. Raghuvamsha Sudha in the Ragam Kadana Kuduhalam. And yes, it's a composition of Patnam Subramania Iyer. I think, thank you so much. Glad everyone's enjoying this. I'll just take a few more questions here. I think there are a lot of pains taken to get these questions here, and they're really relevant here today. Just before I go to the next question, I'd like to just tell you a little bit about the technique of whistling, because there's something which we didn't speak about at all. There are various techniques of whistling, and there is a technique that I adopt which helps me to whistle continuously, especially, which is, so there are whistlers who, there are musical whistling especially, which is what is we are trying to promote here. We're not promoting whistling as general, because that's what has gone into the taboo side of it, where people look at it more as a hooligan or a roadside whistler, and that's where it's been always sidelined. But that's one of the reasons. That's not really the only reason. You don't really train into getting to whistling, so so that's where it's probably not taken mainstream as well. But you have whistlers who, who use their hand and whistle in this way, and they've got whistlers who are the smiling whistlers. They use a tongue technique which helps them to generate sound from the upper layer. There are, the most common ones, of course, is the spout, the way I use. But even in that, there are techniques which are only outward whistling, like you have the breath coming out, which you can make out at times on the mic. I'm sure you must be getting the blow. It's a little difficult to manage the blow with whistling. And when you inhale, that's another technique that's there. So these are the two techniques which some people are only into the outward whistling, which is the more common one, and there are few who only do inward. That's a very rare one, in fact. For me, it works both ways, so I'm able to do it like breathing. But yes, there are its pros and cons to doing this style as well. But yes, it helps me to go continuous at least. Yeah. And I'll just take the next question. There are a few questions here, two questions which are very relevant to the current flow of events that's going on. Yes, this is a question from Vikram Ramji. I'll just play it.
Good evening, sir. I'm Vikram Ramji from Hyderabad, and my guru is Srimati Ambujam Sai.
Good evening, Vikram.
I wish to know what is your startups round is all about. Is it only for musicians or for others too? Thanks, sir. Namaste.
Oh, that's great. Vikram, I'll just address that. I'll just take another question. Thank you for the question. I'll just take one more, which I found very close to this. I'll just probably address both of them together.
Dear Mr. Aditya, good evening. I am Suganti Sri Krishnamurthy.
Hello,
and
ma'am.
I'm from Chennai. I'm an experienced musician and a composer, and I wish to know how is Surround going to be different from the other popular social media like Facebook and Instagram, which already have so much for music. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sugandhashri, ma'am. And we'll just take both these questions. Where what is this platform here? We've got a lot of musicians here, and this is where Surround, which is my startup, is going to be playing a different role. Where, as I mentioned, it's not only for musicians. Most organizations that have stepped into this space have always kept the musician at the center and built everything around it. We don't want to be so myopic. We want to look at everyone's world from their perspective. So whether you are a musician or someone from the sound industry, we call ourselves Surround, the world of sound and everything around, and that's our tagline, and that's typically what we want to deliver here. So the simple way to look at it is, you keep yourself in the middle and see how many doors you open. As a singer, you might need musicians, you might need bands, you might need composers, and so on. And that's exactly what we're trying to build, an ecosystem around you. And each of these elements that you are thinking that they are the doors that you need to open, they have their own ecosystem that is there. So Vikram, that's a very nice question that you just put there to just get this clarified and very clear in one line. Yes, and the difference between Facebook, Instagram, or any of these? Well, there is always an audience side and there is always the backstage or your green room, so you need to always look back at both aspects. Facebook and Instagram are indispensable as the audience which is there. Look, I'm talking to all of you here because you all are listeners, rasikas who are wanting to listen to a concert today. Surround will also do a fair bit of that, but it will help you to build professional connects. So I don't want to make this a pitch here. You can always reach out to me separately and get more download on Surround, and I'll be glad to explain this at length to multiple number of times to anyone here. So musicians, sound professionals, any other art form, performing artists, please do not wait. Just reach out to me. Reach out to any of us. Our social links are all active. You can find us on Facebook, on Instagram, on LinkedIn. Our website is going to be launched in just a few days. We spell our brand as SRROUND, and that's how we spell it. Well, I'll just move quickly ahead. I'm taking a little lighter pieces now to just move towards the conclusion of my rendition today. I don't need to introduce this piece at all. It's in the Ragam Kannada. Utukadu Venkata Subbayar has composed this piece. Yes, I think all of you guessed that. Alepayude is not a piece that needs any introduction of any sorts. And this is, yes, I saw a question, I saw a comment there from Sapna Atawarji, and I am going to take your question next. Um, this is, just give me a minute.
Namaskaram, sir. My name is Sapna Atawar. I am a Bharatanatyam artist and teacher from New Delhi. I do sing, and knowing the importance of vocal traditions, I have recently started taking formal training in vocal music. I wanted to ask you, sir, did you ever think of performing whistling for dance performances? Also, is your Surround startup open to the dancing fraternity? Or is there any genre-specific restriction? Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, Sapna ji. I think the first thing I'll address is about Surround. It's not genre specific or it's not restricting you to the music world or the sound world. That's exactly what we are talking about here. And we are for performing art. So when I say performing art, we will be covering dance as well in that. And here we have, we have various, I would say, art forms that are really not explored together. There are portals and websites made for voiceover artists. There are portals made for dancers. But then what does a dancer do with another dancer there? That's it. Or what does a voiceover artist do with another one? If you're not able to connect your industry at one place, if you need a studio, you need to have them there on that portal. So that's what is the endeavor of Surround. Whistling for dance, well, I haven't started yet. I would definitely love to explore that. I think as we have addressed the mainstream issue still, that it's not yet taken mainstream on the Carnatic Kacheri stage, that is the typical performance stage that's there. And once from there, I'm sure it'll move to the other side of the table as well. So I'm hoping that, probably I'll be whistling for some dance performances soon as well. Thank you so much. I'll I'll just take another piece. This is another. We can't have a performance without Purandara Dasa. This is in the Ragam Kapi, and a very light piece. I hope you all enjoy this. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed this piece. This is Jagado Dharana, a really wonderful composition in Kapi. And yes, I think rightly said, it is a lullaby of sorts, but I don't intend to make you all go to sleep through this. Um, I want to just I've got just a few more questions which have come to me, and I just want to just do justice to all of them before we conclude. Um, I'll just take the next one that's there. This is from I'll just take this question. There are a lot of questions coming about surround, and I would like to address all of them together. I think that will be easier for all of us.
Hello, sir. Namaste. I am Arni Sindhuja from Coimbatore.
Hi, Arni.
I'm a disciple of Tanjavur Sri Selvakumari ma'am. As an artist, I would like to associate and perform with Surround. What is the procedure for this, and are you offering any membership? Thank you, sir.
Okay, I'll just take the next question as well. I think we've got a little bit of commonality in both of them. And this is from our host. So let's hear this.
Hello, sir. Namaskaram. I'm Amritavahini Yagniraman of Pramayas. Our budding artists would like gaining visibility among professionals. Will your surround help in achieving this? And also, professional standards too. Also, could you please touch upon various categories that surround would cater to? Thank you, sir.
Okay. Thank you, Arni, and thank you, Amrita Vahini. Nice questions, and I'm taking them together. Associating with surround, yes, I think it's well. I just like to quickly also mention here there is my partner who's come on board here, Shankar, who calls himself Shanks Ramachandran, and we've founded Surround together, and here we go. So yes, there's no membership, and it's not going to be charged to users ever. I can vouch for that right now. You can come and sign up. We're going to be going step by step. In our first phase, we're going to be just introducing you to the world of surround that's there. We'll be allowing you to come and create your own opportunity. You might want to, give an opportunity to someone to work with you. You might have a project at hand. At the same time, you might want to be part of, a project, and that's exactly what comes from Amrita Vahini's question as well on visibility. Surround is here for visibility. It's here for making you get to the industry in the right way. And I think we need to, step up to this fact that today, as musicians, as artists, as performers, even as professionals who are working from the sound industry, sound engineers, technicians, the recognition in equivalent to a corporate is not there because of certain faults from our side. We haven't really worked for it. The reason, if you look at people who are there from a corporate, they're on LinkedIn, they're on places, hi Shankar, they're on places, where they're able to get connections to the industry. And we have not done anything in that regard. We really go on to platforms for just going on, putting our links and music links, and we want likes. And that's how we've been tutored and trained, and that's not the way forward. If we're looking at it professionally, we need to look at it in a different way. And yes, definitely visibility is one of the aspects we will be working on. We'll also help you to build connects to the industry, collaborate with other artists on the platform. I won't use the word artists. I think it's a very myopic view again. With other professionals on the platform. You might need a videographer for your work, or you might need a studio or a sound engineer to work with you, or you might be a great, organization like Pramayas who wants an artist manager, a manager who can take care of, activities, or even find teachers. You might decide there's a lockdown going to prolong. I'm probably into this genre. Why don't I expand into Western music? Maybe why don't I teach voice culture? So you need teachers, and that's where surround is going to really come into the picture. And we are musicians ourselves, so we understand, what's the requirement and what's the professional aspect to it which is required. So that's about it. I have one additional question here. I'm just going to read it out. It's a little late already. We'll just quickly wrap up. This is coming from Anjana Tirumalai. Hello, Anjana. She's a Carnatic vocalist from Hyderabad, and I think it's related to Shwasadhwani, my concept for today. Is it a transition from vocal music? And is there going to be a lesser strain on vocal cords when you move to whistling? Is I think what she's tried asking. How can it be improved, and how do you work on breath control? Um, it is definitely a transition from vocal. If you want to excel in it, you need to know vocal. Like, if any instrument, when we pick it, our gurus keep telling us learn vocal music. That's the same principle, that doesn't change. Learning whistling is it's exactly like vocal. If you just can't sing in Shruti, there's no point of learning. How much ever you do, no guru can really get that into you. You need some basic music sense. But if that's there, whistling, yes, you just need to get the art of getting the sound out right, and then you just modulate with your throat. That's exactly what we're doing. So yeah, it takes your own style, it takes a little practice, but definitely this is something which I'm going to push for getting mainstream, and Shwasa Dhwani should become a genre going forward, and not just my live video topic. So I hope everyone encourages this. I'm going to conclude with two pieces in Desh. They are not really correlated, but this is something which I wanted to do. As I mentioned, my journey in whistling began at the Satya Sai Mandir in Mumbai, and it is just not right if I don't do my honors to my Paramaguru Satya Sai Baba. I'm going to be singing a Sai Bhajan. This is a Sai Bhajan purely there, called Sai Kanhaiya in the Ragam Desh, and I'll be concluding with Vande Matram in whistling, which is more for the scenario that's there today. I think kudos to the medical fraternity and all the people who've been battling COVID on our behalf. It's almost like the warriors, and we've spoken enough about it, but I think sometimes we forget, as we are unlocking today, the danger situation starts even more now. And well, we've got some viewers also here who are excellent musicians and also doctors. And definitely, we want to thank all of them. And this is for, Vande Matram, which is from India to the world. Before that, I'll be going into my Sai Bhajan. And I'll be concluding with these two pieces. Sai Kanhaiya, Sai Kanhaiya, Sai Kanhaiya, Sai Kanhaiya, पार करो मेरे जीवन नैया. Sai Kanhaiya, Sai Kanhaiya, पार करो मेरे जीवन नैया. तुम हो मेरे माँ बाप भैया, तुम हो मेरे माँ बाप भैया. हृदय निवासी कृष्ण कन्हैया, हृदय निवासी कृष्ण कन्हैया. साई कन्हैया, साई कन्हैया, साई कन्हैया, साई कन्हैया. हृदय निवासी साई कन्हैया, हृदय निवासी साई कन्हैया. पार करो मेरे जीवन नैया, पार करो मेरे जीवन नैया. Thank you so much. I'm really glad for this opportunity. There was some technical glitches, but I think we were able to make it back. And so thankful to everyone for patiently being on this live session. It has been a long one, and I'm glad I was able to address all questions. I hope I didn't miss out any. You're always free to reach out to me if there is any more questions, especially on surround. I think there are a lot of questions which have come, and I would definitely want everyone to come and reach out to us on surround. You follow us on our social links. We are just growing, and everyone's support is required. Go to our YouTube channel, see our Facebook page, and do let us know what we would like to see from our side on that. And thank you so much. Thanks a lot. And this is for, again, for our betterment of society. I think these are sessions which are really really helping everyone. As musicians, we are enjoying doing this as well. Thank you so much, Pramayas. Thank you, Yagnaraman sir, for this opportunity. And I wish this association best of luck and great success to go forward. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you.